Okay, that looks good. We're rolling.
Oh, sorry. Just real quick. I know this is unprofessional, but Alana said this to me. Watching Trey Yinks of Fox reflecting on October 7th, heartbreaking, made me think of the years I watched your husband in war zones and hurricanes and counting on his reports. Brave journalism to inform me. That was Alana.
Very nice. Thank you.
Very nice.
While Kelly's on the topic, I wanted to just say, I know it's October 7th, so we want to send our hearts and prayers out to the families and the survivors of the October 7th attack 1 year ago in Israel. An absolutely tragic event. More than 1,200 slaughtered, hundreds more kidnapped. Just awful. And everything that's happened is awful too, I get it. But it started with Hamas attacking innocent Israelis. And it's just a really sad situation. Mm-hmm. So strength to everyone affected, everyone involved. Now, it's Messy Monday. Here's Kelly.
Brought to you by Kelly Leventhal. Messy Mondays. So I did the rundown.
It's October 7th.
You just said it.
Oh, yeah. And see, it's messy.
See, it's hot in here, and then it's cold, and it's hot, and it's cold, and it's hot, and it's cold. So happy Smash-tastic Monday, everybody. Today is October 7th, 2024. We just got back from New York City. We had a hell of a 2 weeks, and I can tell you my body is off kilter. I feel like I'm bloated. I feel like I'm gained a lot of weight. I just, when you get out of your routine, which I like working out. I like taking we ran out of minerals, and I have no joke. I know this sounds gross, but I have not been regular for days now, and I know it's because I have not been taking my magnesium. I don't know why I didn't pack. I assumed he packed the whole thing.
I did pack.
I only packed this. But then I thought because Rick has like a month's worth of stuff, and I assumed that he did it. So we ran out. I
only had 2 weeks worth, and it was only one dose, like one person 2 weeks worth. So we shared it, and we ran out.
It's at 8:00 at night. We got in this morning. Well, let's just talk about what happened this morning.
Okay, so first of all, I had in my phone. Our flight was at 7:29 a.m. and I thought it was from JFK to Santa Ana to Orange County because that's what I knew our travel guy had booked for Kelly.
Will Locurdo booked me a business class lay flat out seats from New York, JFK to Orange County. And they only have one. I always thought, I don't know why, but I always thought that direct flights were from Newark. I guess that's United.
United had a direct from Newark to Orange County, but American now has one, but it's just one a day.
But it's one it's in the morning.
So I had given Will, because Newsmax booked my ticket, and I gave Will, and I told Newsmax the flights we wanted. And it was out of LAX going there, but coming back through Orange County. And I've never checked to confirm that they had done it correct. I just assumed they did. And while they booked Kelly, Will booked Kelly, LAX to JFK and JFK to Orange County, they booked me round trip to LAX. So I didn't find out until we got to the curb.
I know. What made you not think when they booked?
Honey, I have so many things going on.
I know, but you always look at your itinerary.
Whatever, I missed that one thing.
Uh-huh.
So we get to the curb, and we have 6 large suitcases. We bought 2 in Riverhead on Saturday because we had all this extra stuff that we accumulated.
No, you accumulated in that shed.
You got a suitcase full of clothes given to you.
No. But those 2 clothes didn't go into those 2 white Samsonite bags that we bought in Riverhead.
I realized that.
I already had my stuff packed in my own bags. You didn't have to buy extra bags for me. He went through his shed, and let me tell you, it was 20 years worth of stuff. and it was a lot. Like it was overwhelming for me. I don't know how you. Was it hard for you, Rick, to part with your 20 years of
junk?
It
was hard for me to get through it all, and I wasn't able to. We were so busy in New York. The first weekend we were at the house trying to get stuff sorted for the following weekend's yard sale. Then we were in the city for 5 days. I was working like many hours in the city doing daytime shows and my primetime show. One night I did 2 shows in one night. Then we would go back to the house on the weekend to do our yard sale. And whenever I had a chance, I would go and try and pull stuff out of closets and everything else. We got everything sorted. And then we had to go back to the city and work another few days and go back to the house. And anyway, by the time Saturday rolled around, was the first time I was really able to get deeper into the shed to start pulling stuff out. And I'm finding things that I forgot I had, like 3 of those giant notebooks full of CDs. I had multiple boxes full of videotapes.
CD's nuts.
And it was a lot. It was a lot. And there was a lot of garbage in there, and I was just throwing stuff out. I was filling trash bags. I was filling, stuff for the dumpster.
Thank God for Andrew Mullen, and thank God for Shoshana, Rick's daughter.
Shoshana
oh
came out.
My gosh, I don't know what we would have done without Shoshana.
She was there to help. She helped with the yard sale. She helped watch the yard sale while we went to the attorney's office to sign documents.
Sell.
She sold the bunk bed. She sold the couch. Sold a bunch of other stuff. And anyway, it was hard to get through all this stuff, and I wasn't able to get through all of it. And I did throw out most of it, but I saved a few souvenirs. I also saved the CDs because I thought we could go through them and potentially use them.
And the Josephs bought me a CD, right?
The 2 Josephs got you a CD player, which is really cool. So now we can actually listen to CDs. You can on your CD player. I saved a handful of videotapes and some. Oh, I found a really cool Bullet Bourbon glass. It says Bullet Bourbon on it. I found some Marine Corps.
Wait, you think that's really cool?
I like it. It's a cute, cool little thing. I put it in my office. You don't ever have to see it again. You thought this was cool, this Pope bottle opener they got in Rome.
I thought that was cool.
When Pope John Paul II died, they actually made a commemorative bottle opener. And then in a drawer, we had never seen this, was the brochure for the house that helped sell it. I mean, it was just, they did such a nice job. It looks like a show home.
Well, they should for $56,000.
What?
That's how much their commissions were.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
getting my real estate
they make
license.
a lot of money.
That's it. I'm getting my real estate license. I mean, what? That's it. I'm doing it.
Yeah. Okay, great. You should.
Yeah.
But it was, Shoshana said the same thing. Like, I already knew for a long time we were selling the house. So it wasn't like I was so sad and I had to say goodbye and all that, because I've already said goodbye in my head. And I told my daughter this. I've treated that house like an investment. And I always knew at some point not always, but I figured at some point I might sell it. And I wasn't that attached to it. Certainly not now that I've lived in California for 4+ years.
Our anniversary's coming up. Our 4-year anniversary. Yeah.
But I've separated myself from it mentally and physically. So when the time came to leave, we actually did a walkthrough.
Well, you have to do it physically because this property is huge and it's on a marsh, and the elements, the deck needs repair. It's a lot. Like the yard.
The yard's in bad shape.
The yard's in bad shape. It's just there's a lot to this property because
it's an older home. I mean, it was built in the '60s, and it's a wood house. It's not huge, but the location's really nice. You see every star in the sky. Big pool, but it does require a lot of maintenance, and the elements are very hard on it.
Yeah.
The winter with the ice and the snow, it just beats the paint all up. And anyway, we did take a walkthrough this morning. We'll share that with you now. Wow. Go to bed.
What?
Doing a video.
Oh God, I was just trying to.
Oh, nice job.
Well,
Look at that. Beautiful.
There's more lights in this. More lights in this place.
Empty.
Here, I wanna videotape you. So what's it like? You've been here for 30 years.
Yeah.
What's it like? We just woke up. It's 4 in the
I
morning.
just woke up. I'm a mess. We got to drive to JFK. I've never been in this room. Well, it's been 30 years since this room was empty, or this house was empty. Weird. Beautiful wallpaper we put up together.
Oh yeah, we did that.
We did.
That was one of our projects.
You know what? It's time to get out of here in every way. Look, this is my tool closet. It is time to go. I guess we left him some detergent and bleach and stuff.
I take that.
Andrew can take whatever he wants.
Oh, well, Andrew wants the bed, so we're giving it to him.
But,
Wait, like he's had this for 30 years.
Kelly asked me if I'll miss it. Not really. What I'll miss, I mean, I had great memories here.
Sure.
But I'm making new memories in the desert and in Huntington Beach. You know, buy a house. Take this house and move it West Coast.
Thank you, babe. Well, there's another room. You didn't show him the other room. You didn't show him the other room.
This
The outside is what's special about this property, not the house. The property itself.
the property was, you know, this is going to Andrew if he wants it. There's one more bed.
Oh,
in
Rick
here.
has all these. What are we gonna do with our VHS?
With the what?
The VHS.
I brought a VHS player we found.
You did? Yeah, where is
A
it?
VCR.
A VCR, I mean.
It's in one of the suitcases.
Oh, good. Oh, so we have all these linens. You really haven't painted in here in 12 years, right? There was
That's where the TV was.
Oh my God.
I was gonna do more spackling and
Well, they have to get this whole house painted or tear it down.
but Kelly made this room so pretty.
Well, I might make it more like Montauk. But the outside is what's... Rick, go outside. Oh, this is where we were sitting for a
I don't know
while.
how much you'll be able to see out here, but
Do you have lights on out here? You had a barbecue right there.
I love being able to see every star in the sky. You probably can't on the phone, but you can see every star. I love how quiet it was here. We used to play wiffle ball in the yard. I mean, this was the best part. The pool.
The best part is I met you right there.
This is where I met you in a yard, and we stood here for the whole time and just talked right here.
Is there a light in this pool? Oh, we're leaving the cushions. Those cushions that we brought over from,
This is the one that you were carrying like a body right here.
yeah. Brenda made these for me. I try to spruce up the place by having cushions made. This is a beautiful pool.
We used to play basketball all the time in the pool. Me and the guys would play 2-on-2.
The view from up here is cool.
Yeah, the roof deck.
Oh. Here we go. Here's the end of an era.
The end of an era.
Huh?
And the beginning of a new era.
That's right.
All right, let's
Okay.
go to JFK.
All right. Say goodbye to your place. All right. Love you.
Oh, one of the other things that took up room in the suitcase was a VCR, because you can't find them anymore. I had one in a closet. So I brought home the VCR.
He had tapes. He had tapes and tapes and tapes and
boxes
tapes.
and boxes, but I only took like 6 or 8 tapes.
You took more than that.
I'll show you. It's a stack like this, and some of them are betas. I took some big beta tapes from 9/11. Don't tell anyone, but I have like original tapes from 9/11. The feed from our truck for the whole hour, the first hour when we got there.
That's cool.
It's incredible footage. It's really hard to watch.
But that's like a beta, like a. Is that
it's
what
a big tape that you can then get transferred from
we should
a
do
big
that.
beta player. We'll go to that place, DVD Your Memories.
Actually, you can just ship them in now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can mail them right into this website.
Oh, okay. Well,
That
we'll do
does
that.
Yeah.
No,
We'll just send it to mom and pop.
Anyway, it's hopefully we close on that house because I'm more excited. I'm less concerned about walking away from that house because that's my old life and this is my new life. And I'm really excited about taking the equity and putting into this house in Huntington Beach and fixing it up because we are going to go forward with that purchase.
We didn't finish telling them about how they screwed up your ticket.
I know because we got sidetracked about the house. So I was just finishing my thought. We just watched the video of my walkthrough.
Okay.
I was just finishing my thoughts on the house.
Okay.
But you're right. We need to finish the airport story. So we get to the curb. We have 6 giant bags.
Wait, you didn't finish your thought.
The what?
See, it's messy Mondays, you guys. You were just talking about the house, and then you're like, "I'll get to."
I know, but
the
then you
airport.
told me that we needed to talk about
Because I'll forget if I don't push it in my mind right then and there.
Right.
I'll forget. What I won't keep. See, it was messy Mondays. I usually I have notes.
Yeah.
So okay.
So what do you want me to talk about now? 'Cause
Okay.
you're the
Stay on
boss
topic.
today.
Stay on topic.
Well, I thought I finished.
Finish your thought of your house.
I thought I finished the thought of my house. I was more excited about taking the equity and putting it into Huntington than I am about saying goodbye to the house. But I did love that house. I've had it for a very long time, and it was where I met Kelly. So it's always special in that regard. But it's too inconvenient now. We can't use it, and I'd much rather take the equity and put it in a house that we can actually use and we can live in every day. So it's just like sitting there. And if we weren't able to rent it next summer or the summer after that, now it costs us money to hold it. Whereas when we were renting it, it was paying all of it, paid all of its own expenses, and we made money on it. Not a lot, but a little bit. If we, anything we buy here, we think we're going to make a lot more money on. So Shoshana was a little sad about it. I was a little sad about it, but again, more excited about what's ahead for us.
Thank you. It's like a fraternity house in there. It's time to grow up.
And also, we don't use it. Like when I was in the city, it was great, but we're here now. We're 3,000 miles away. So back to the airport story.
Yep, we go curbside. We check in. We wake up at 4 a.m. this morning.
4 a.m. and I have to drive. I'm half asleep, but there was no cars on the road, at least not for the first half of the drive. It's about an hour and 10 minutes from the Beachouse to JFK. And by the time we get there, we're still plenty early for the flight. But again, so I thought we were both on a 729, and I didn't look at the fine print that it was going. I thought we were going to Orange County, and my flight was to LAX. So I didn't realize. So we got to the curb, bring out these 6 big bags, and a couple of them are really heavy. The greatest curbside baggage handler we've ever met.
Well, yeah, because we had a bad experience the day before with the Hertz rental car guy, which we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
So going from somebody who has the worst customer service on earth to having the guy at the curb do above and beyond for us. We're tipped him $30. Guy was amazing.
We really are all over the place. And we were already 14 minutes into this show.
It's Messy Monday.
So, long story longer, the guy at the curb is awesome. So we're giving him the 6 bags. I gave him our tickets, our IDs, and he goes to check our flights. He goes, you're going to LAX and she's going to Orange County. I go, what? And I start freaking out. And I'm like, well, how is that possible? And he shows me on the computer. I'm like, well, what are we going to do? And I look at Kelly.
Meanwhile, our car is parked curbside, and they don't let you stay there for 5 minutes.
The guys are walking back and forth saying, you got to move this, you got to move this. And I'm like freaking out. Like, that's never happened to me before. And I look at Kelly, I'm like, well, I guess I could fly to LAX and you can go to Orange County and I could just get an Uber and I'll meet you at home. And she's like, no, I want to travel together. I don't want to separate.
Well, first of all, going to LAX And driving over here would have cost like $150, $200, and then it's an hour drive. And the getting out of LAX is a nightmare. There is so much wrong going out of LAX.
It's a real
and
pain in the
coming
ass.
back
You
here.
have to. You can't. The Uber won't even pick you up at the terminal.
No, you have to. You have to take a shuttle bus to a parking. It is beyond. I go. You know what, Rick? I go. You worked your ass off for work on the house, doing these shows.
Yeah.
He in cleaning, taking care of the house. He is non-stop. And I said, you deserve to go on.
Well, hold on. You're skipping ahead. You're skipping ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
So, I take my Kelly's ticket and my ID, and the guy agrees to watch our bags, and Kelly stays with the truck, and I run into the counter to try and change my flight. And the lady sucked. She was the worst at the counter. Not helpful at all. Took forever. Really slow. Sorry, but I'm just calling it like I see it. And
didn't you say she was kind of a jerk to you?
She was.
Yeah.
And she tells me that there's no business class seats available on Kelly's flight.
Well, she lied about that.
To Santa Ana. And I had a business class seat to LAX. And I said, well, is there first class? And she's, takes forever. And she goes, yeah, there's a seat in first. And I go, well, can we just get that one? She goes, then she takes it on. She goes, it'll be $1,800. I said, can't you just upgrade my wife? She's already has the business seat into first and transfer my business seat from LAX to Orange County? She said, no, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. Now, I know they can do that. Doug Buden just got upgraded. Yeah. I know they can. And if she couldn't, the gate agent could have, but she wouldn't either. So, but that happened later. So, I'm like, okay, well, just put me on the flight to Orange County. She goes, all we have are middle seats in the coach. I was like, fine, I'll take it. But then I'm on the phone with Kelly, and I forget what happened, and I had to leave because you were freaking out because the guy was telling me to move the truck.
The guy was telling me to the truck, and I'm nervous, first of all, driving in New York City. I just have anxiety driving, especially that early in the morning. Like I have LASIK, so I see halos. It's a whole thing.
I didn't want her to have to drive the truck to the rental return. So I'm freaking
out. Like, you have to get out here. He's telling me to move the truck.
But just to remind you, we didn't just take it to rental car return and then bring our bags because we had 6 giant suitcases and a couple of them probably weighed 80 pounds. There's no way you have to get on a sky train from there to the terminal. So I'm just trying to get this done. And the guy tells me, I'll take care of it. He goes in for like 5 minutes, and we're both standing there. And I talked to the guy who's telling us to move, and I explained the situation. He seemed cool. He didn't bother us again, not for a little while. And the guy comes back out. He goes, it's taken care of. Just go in there and get your ticket.
That guy was awesome.
So I go back in. She's on the phone, and she says, I was like, they told me you worked out? He goes, yeah. She goes, yeah. And then I ask her again, well, did you get me a business class? She goes, no. And we went through that again. And then there was something else wrong. Like she still hadn't finished yet. Because she screwed something up or someone on the other end screwed something up. So she had all these, she kept printing all these things and putting them in a stack, but it wasn't done yet. And meanwhile, I forgot to say, Kelly's flight was 30 minutes earlier than mine. So her flight time was actually 6:59, but I wasn't looking at that. I assumed we were on the same itinerary, and I was looking at mine at 7:29. So now I'm like, okay. She says you can go move your truck, and when you come back, I'll have your ticket. I was like, okay. So I run outside. I explain the situation to the guy. I get in the truck. I drive the truck to the rental car return. I don't fill it up because I don't have time. They charge us a ton of money for that, but whatever. Just dropped the truck with the keys in it, didn't even talk to anybody. And I'm running away. The guy goes, you leave the keys? I go, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going to miss my flight. Runs in to the air train, got to go up 2 flights, waiting for the air train, like 5 minutes. Get on it, boop, and it goes to the first stop. Your first stop is Terminal 1. And I'm Terminal 8. And it's like, doors opening now. And I'm looking at my watch. I'm sweating because I've been running. And I got this heavy backpack. And I get on the train, Terminal 1, boop. Next stop, Terminal 3. And it's like, whew.
Oh, and I'm sitting talking to the guys. They're asking me about Orange County. They're asking me where I'm from. Like, what do I like about? I mean, I'm having this whole conversation, and I'm like, they're boarding in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Is he going to make it here? And he goes, well, what are you? Like, what number are you? What gate
gate?
are you? I said 39. He goes, run. And I'm like, oh!
So I finally get to 8. I get off this thing, and now I'm running down the escalator. Push it. Excuse me, pardon. On your left. Now there's a moving walkway. Running on the moving walkway.
And this guy goes, this is why you get to the airport early.
Oh, yeah.
I go, we did. We got here at 4. We left at 4 in the morning. We did get here.
I'm running up the escalator. Excuse me, on your left. Sorry, pardon me. And I'm getting busting through people. Get to the top. Now I got to run to where the curbside is from where I was. And I find Kelly. I'm sweating. I'm like, let's go. She's got the tickets. We go and
we run, and it's because that 39 was.
And there's a security line, and it's like we think our flight is boarding in like 5 minutes. And the lady behind us with a little kid, same thing. So this lady and her kid and us, we're passing people in the line. So, all right, we're going to miss our flight. Do the best we can to get up. And then the security thing was so slow.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, they have the bins that come out, and you put it up, and then it slides in. Or you couldn't even slide your bin in because everything was backed up.
And they're always yelling at you, too. You're like, why are you yelling? All you do is stand around. Like, why are you yelling at us? We're just trying to get through here.
That takes forever. We finally get through security. And we run to the gate.
Like the wind. And he beats me. And I'm in shape. But I held that, I had that bag.
Heavy carry bag. And I had my heavy backpack.
And he was kicking my ass. And I was like,
by the end, I was like that too. And I get up there. We get to the gate. And at first, I thought they'd already boarded. And I thought I was convinced we were going to
the one next door said closed. Gate closed. I'm like, oh my God, it's gate closed. You're like, no, it's this one.
Yeah.
And I go, that's closed too.
I was convinced because the door was closed and it said boarding in 9 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck.
Then I go get a water or whatever. So tell them how I sat down. I said, you know what, Rick?
So we're sitting there and we're talking about there's one business class seat and one coach seat, which turned out to be an aisle. And I'm like, babe, I want you to have this seat. I would never put you in coach while I'm in business class. I just wouldn't do it. You're my queen. I want you to sit in the nice seat. And it was her seat. Your name was on it. She's like, no, you've been working so hard. I want you to have it. I was like, babe, I really want you to have it. She goes, let's flip a coin. So I had a quarter, and I take it out. I show her the two sides. She goes, I want heads. I go, okay. I flip it, catch it on the thing. Tails, I win. And I looked at her and I go, I don't want to take it.
You won fair and square.
So I'm like, so then we're debating about boarding because her group's boarding first, but I just went on with her. And we get to the seat, and I'm like, here you go, babe. And she goes, no, you take it.
Yeah.
And she gave me the seat.
See,
thank you again.
Aren't I sweet?
Thank you again. And I'm telling you right now, I did order some food, and I might have had a screwdriver.
And I went up there to the first class, and I kissed him. I kissed him. I'm like, he usually wakes up, nothing. And then I went, again, nothing. And then I'm like, that's kind of scary. And then I kissed him again. I went, just didn't even wake up.
You thought I was
nothing.
Dead.
And I go, oh my God, he's dead. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, is he breathing? I thought you were dead.
Show him the picture of me sleeping.
I'll show you a picture.
I was out the entire flight. I did eat the breakfast and have my drink and went to sleep. And it was like a 6-hour flight. I think I slept for 5 hours.
So I didn't. Of course. I didn't.
But there was no one in the seat next to you, right?
No, this is what happened. So I'm in coach, and I love, even when I get coach, if I get 3 seats in a row, I like it. Like, it's cheaper. It's the way to go.
Cheaper than business class.
It's cheaper than business class if you buy 3 economy seats, but it's way comfortable. You know, you don't have anyone next to you. So for a while there, I'm by myself.
You had your own row.
This is awesome. So they have to let the flight attendants, when they go on, they have to be standby. They have to be the last person to get on.
Yeah,
right?
They're deadheading.
So I look up and I'm C. So I automatically think A is the aisle, B is the middle, and C is at the window. So I'm on the window and I'm laying out kind of like this on the window.
Yeah.
And then I see her with her American Airlines thing, and she goes, "You're in my seat." And I go, "I'm C." And she goes, "That's C." And I go, only because you have a name tag on that says American Airlines, I believe you.
That's funny. Yeah, because it goes A, B, C, D, E, F. So it's A and F are the windows.
I don't know. Well, now I know.
So was she cool? She was cool though?
She was so cool. She was from Garden Grove, but she lives in the city, and she takes these legs all the time. She said, I just got back to New York from Orange County last night.
No
She goes,
kidding.
but it's a quick flight. And I'm like, a quick flight? And she goes, yeah, it's a quick. And it did. I watched this stupid movie called Daddy-O, and it was probably the worst movie on earth. It was with
Is that the one with Sean Penn?
Sean Penn and Melanie Griffin and Don Johnson's daughter, Dakota Johnson.
Dakota Johnson.
Can I tell you?
That's Don Johnson's daughter?
Yeah. Can I tell you?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I've never seen a more dumb movie in my entire life. He was a cab driver. She was a programmer that did coding, and she has having an affair with this guy. She gets pregnant, has a miscarriage, and it's the whole movie about their conversation, a cab driver and Dakota Fanning.
Where were they going?
The whole time I'm sitting there going, where is the climax? Is there a climax? It was monotone conversation. I can't even believe. I watched the rest to see if there was like a tragedy at the end.
But wait, how could a cab ride be that long? Where were they going?
Well, they were stopped at a stop. There was like some construction, so they were there for a good hour.
Oh, okay.
Sitting there. Not even moving.
Stuck. Oh, okay.
So Daddy-O is the name of it.
Yeah, but don't watch it.
Do not watch it.
Meanwhile, the Menendez brothers, we came and we got in bed, we fell asleep again. But we watched Menendez brothers a couple episodes. It is so powerful and disturbing.
I'm sorry. Those boys were screwed up because of their parents.
I'm like, they should let them out now. After watching what they went through, allegedly, I'm like, those guys need to get out of prison.
But we have a personal friend that their dad did that to them. Like, yeah. I know that. Like, he told me.
It's so messed up.
And it's so messed up. So when people are like, oh,
so
no
warning.
No way could anybody do something like that. No.
Babe, you know what? We probably just need to save a bunch of this stuff for tomorrow. Because we're already at 27 minutes.
Oh, okay. Don't we have more to do?
Well, I do want to do the one Soul Life thing. Okay. And then we'll do in the news.
No, we have to do in the news.
Yeah.
It's okay for a little bit longer.
Okay. So I want to just read a couple quick testimonials because we really did miss our Soul Life.
Oh, I was sluggish. I wasn't on the reg.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one's from Robin Sauls from Modesto, California. And by the way, Soul Life is highly absorbable. It's all natural, organic, and vegan. And these are the minerals you don't get from the food you eat because the soil has been over-farmed around the world.
Who's from Modesto, California?
Robin Sauls from Modesto said she's ordered all 4 of the products, has experienced weight loss and better digestion, etc., etc. She said, I just wanted to let you know how happy my husband and I are with our Soul Life supplements. I have tried hormones, semi-glutide injections, and nothing worked. I took Soul Life vitamins for about a month and could already see a change in my energy level and less bloat. We highly recommend Soul Life.
So true.
Reminder, they're not vitamins, they're minerals. You can get your vitamins.
But you have to take your vitamins.
You
have to take your omega-3s. You have to take your vitamin D. You have to take that stuff.
And then
in conjunction with that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Because vitamins are obviously important, but minerals are almost more important. Because you're going to get your vitamins. You need to get your minerals. Leanne Allison from Bolton, Ontario, Canada has ordered Celenda, Re-Kick, and magnesium. She has Hashimoto's like Kelly and has experienced more energy, less brain fog, etc. Would you describe the same results?
No, I just have brain fog all the time.
Well, there you have it. SoulLife.com/Rick and Kelly. Buy 2 or more on auto order and get the double discount. You will not regret it. Each jar is a full month's supply.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people want to hear about our garage sale and how well we did.
Well, why don't we just tease it? We'll give them full details tomorrow because we have so many stories.
Oh, we have so many stories for you guys.
It's very successful.
It's amazing.
You
guys have to hear these stories. They're so good.
I'll just say again that it was so interesting what people wanted, what they would buy, and what they wouldn't buy. Like that turquoise blue bar stool, wood, classic design, 4-post, that we painted, and I love that stool. Like, it'll never go bad. Like, you sit on it forever, and it's cool, and it was $5. And it sat there for 3 days. Nobody wanted to buy that stool. And
but they wanted to buy, like, junk.
Yeah.
Like, junk.
Someone bought a caulk for $1.
Half a cock.
It was used caulk.
It was like, and it was white.
Used caulk.
And but it only had that much caulk in it.
They bought it for $1. All right, in the news now.
Why would you even want to sell that caulk?
Well, I had a lot of tools. I was emptying my tool closet. I had all this stuff, nails and screws and hammers and screwdrivers and all this power tools and everything. And I had some caulk in there. And I'm like, well, I don't need the caulk anymore. What am I going to do with the caulk? I'm going to bring the caulk home.
There's a lot of things you can do with the caulk.
I'm already bringing my caulk home. Like, I don't need to bring another caulk home.
Okay.
One caulk's enough for this family.
That's right.
In the news now.
In the news.
BLM BS.
Oh, I put this on my Instagram. You guys have to go to Kelly D. Dodd. And because my name is Kelly Denise.
Kelly D. Dodd. At Kelly D. Dodd.
At Kelly Dodd. You have to read.
And follow her and follow me too. At Rick Leventhal.
You have to read these comments. They are priceless.
Sir Major Page is his name. 35 of Toledo. Sentenced to 42 months in prison by U.S. District Judge Jeffrey Helmick after a jury convicted him of wire fraud and money laundering for defrauding donors of more than $450,000 they collectively gave to his nonprofit Black Lives Matter of Greater Atlanta. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
He's got allergies.
Page collected donations to its purported social justice charity even after its tax-exempt status was revoked for failure to submit IRS Form 990 for 3 consecutive years. He regularly posted content to Facebook about social and racial issues to give his nonprofit the appearance of legitimacy despite no longer being tax exempt. He also used Facebook to message privately with users and falsely represented that their donations would be used to fight for George Floyd and the movement. As a result, approximately 18,000 people donated.
The movement, what's the movement? Buying large mansions?
Buying large mansions, which is what the founders of BLM apparently did.
Is that the movement?
Spent millions on houses and gave jobs to their friends and family with the money donated to BLM. Those were the founders. The
founder gave the brother like $200,000
to be her security chief. He had zero security experience.
Yeah.
And this guy was not apparently linked to them, but he created another BLM chapter, and he was taking the money for himself. Used the donations to purchase entertainment, hotel rooms, clothing, firearms, and a property that he intended to use as his personal residence. So, whatever.
And that guy looks like he was whiter than Michael Jackson.
That's what people were saying on their Instagram.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Well, in any event, a lot more on the yard sale tomorrow. A lot more organization because it won't be Messy Monday. It'll be Tight Tuesday.
Because of him. But you didn't go on about the BLM. You didn't go on about how, like, the people.
Well, I did. I said the people who founded it spent millions on homes and spent money, gave jobs.
Yeah, I know, but people still think they did a lot of good.
Okay, so
I think
based on my research,
they went down, they disrupted the streets. They clogged the streets. They tore down, burned down.
A lot of damages.
I mean, a lot of damages that
riots, businesses ruined forever.
Mm-hmm.
What the organization also did was strong-arm corporations. And I've seen this happen before. They're not the first to do this. But strong-arm corporations for donations to BLM in exchange for basically, leaving them alone. But if you don't give, who knows? And
I think that's exactly why Bravo, NBC Universal, were so mad at me when I wore that Drunk Wives Matter hat that I didn't even buy, that I didn't even sport, that was given to me as a play on words. Who cares if it's a crooked thing anyway, but it was a joke. And it just goes to show you they gave so much money to that BLM that they were probably like, she's fired.
Well, like the NBA gave BLM millions of dollars and put it on the paint on the floor, and the players were wearing it on their jerseys.
They also lost a ton of money. They also lost a ton of money.
And where did that money go that they collected? Would that BLM collected? You show me if you're mad that we're talking about this, please send me evidence that the majority of the money raised went to good causes. That any significant amount of money.
We want to know the facts.
Yeah, give me the facts. Any significant amount of money went to what good cause, and what proportion of the money that they raised was actually given to any good cause to benefit people of color. I want to know. I want to see the evidence, because all I've seen are reports that most of the money never went to any cause at all. Just went to the pockets of the people who were collecting it.
It was so funny. How come my black friends, my good friend Richard Farley, Rico Wright Jr., Rick, Rick. I mean, those are three of my really good black friends, and they just crack up laughing. They're like, why are the white people trying to talk on like behalf of us?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
why are they the ones that call everybody racist?
Right.
They're the ones who are saying this. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like what is it, social justice?
It's like what happened with the Washington Redskins when all these people complained that it was offensive to Native Americans. But most of the people who were complaining were white.
Yeah.
They were white people. And they went to ask the, Redskin Nation, the real Redskins, or and whatever tribe they were. These Indians, Native Americans were like, we like it. Like, it's cool. Like, we don't have a problem with the Washington Redskins. The Native Americans actually came out and held press conferences saying, we don't want them to change their name. We're fine over here.
Right.
But the white people were offended on behalf of the Native Americans, who themselves were not offended.
Or the white people call me something, and they're like, I'm a minority. Are you racist? Are you racist against
And I just want to say,
Mexicans?
I know that there were some Native Americans who were offended. I get that. But no group is going to agree on everything.
My friends are from the tribe over here. They're not offended.
Right. But that's the thing. Like, you'll always find somebody who's
on
mad.
my Instagram. Google him.
If you're going to make changes to laws and policies and team names and all that based on 1 out of 10 people, if 1 out of 10 is offended, is that enough to affect this kind of major change? Because that's what we keep seeing.
Yeah.
That's what happened to you. 1 out of 10 Bravo fans were mad at you. Maybe.
Well, I just said that, and I said it's God's way of thinning the herd, which it happens from time to time.
Yeah.
It does. There's plagues and everything that happens that takes out a whole population.
God's
The
way of
Spanish
thinning the herd.
flu. It is.
It happens every 100, 200 years. There's a major event that thins the herd. That's what happens. It's throughout time, throughout history. Look it up.
I don't understand why people are so offended by that. We're all going to die. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
We're all going to die.
People are very sensitive.
It's
In
like-
any event, we got heavier than we thought we would, but we hope you enjoyed this messy Monday. You want to close it out?
No. Press that subscribe button, and please push that like button. See you Tuesday, everybody. Thank you for coming. Have a smash-tastic Tuesday.
Yeah, that was good.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Thank you.